It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the Atlanta Hawks. Looking at the last game for Atlanta, it was a win against the Jazz. A great win for them, and they rose to the occasion and pulled off the upset, riding high right now. Chance tonight to see Jonas Valanciunas. He's a player who we keep waiting on to make that big leap. It's been a while now since he was drafted back in 2011. What needs to happen for him to be an all-star level center? Kenny?
Well, I think he needs to find consistency and rhythm to his game because he's got the size and touch that most bigs don't have. I haven't seen a big like that.
I agree with you, Kenny. You know, sometimes he shows flashes at times, but he needs to be impactful at all times. Not some of the times, all of the time.
Can you spell Valanciunas?
Yeah. Valen, V-A-L-E-N, Chunas, C-H-O-O-N-I-S, Valanciunas.
Very wrong, but very good, admirable effort.
Yeah, that was a
V-A-L-N-C-I-U-N-A-S.
Smart guy.
Yeah, that was you had the phonetic spelling.
That's right.
Down pat. Yeah. Here's Kevin Harlan, H-A-R-L-A-N.
It's an Eastern Conference matchup as the Toronto Raptors come into town for this one. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Our sideline reporter tonight is David Aldridge. You take a look at the Hawks. These guys facing good ball clubs and will continue to over the upcoming stretch of games, even more critical to notch a win in this one.
And it's going to be a tough stretch of games here coming up. I know they're excited for it, and it's going to serve as a real benchmark for this group to find out exactly where they are in this league.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Dwayne Casey has been the head coach in Toronto for the better part of a decade now. He said the most rewarding part of coaching has been watching his players grow up. Watching a guy go from never playing in an NBA game before to developing into an all-star player, that's probably the most rewarding thing that you can do as a coach. Now, Kevin, he's helping this team and its players both make the leap forward.
Great stuff, DA. Coach Casey definitely gets the best out of his guys. You can tell they love playing for him. And now teams getting into the middle of the season. The truth is, it's a grind, Doris. You know it. You've covered it, 82 games. In your opinion, is that the right amount in terms of 82 games in a regular season?
I would say to you, it doesn't matter if it's the right amount. I think the reality is this is the business of the NBA. It's been 82 games for as long as I can remember, certainly in my lifetime of fandom, Kevin. So the reality is what we need to do is address the schedule, and you're starting to see that. Shortening the preseason, stretching out those windows where you're not getting 4 games in 5 nights and the back-to-backs, particularly when there's back-to-back on national television. 82 games is going nowhere from a business standpoint. Let's make those 82 games the best we can by lengthening the season.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Ibaka is the 4 and Valanciunas in the middle. Lowry out there with Green, and it's Leonard in at the small forward. Now here's Leonard. Green, no luck. Bazemore with it, working on Green, and it goes down 2 points. Prince has got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Hawks. And here's Toronto coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, we saw no matter what they tried offensively, the opponent just had the answer.
Well, that was an absolute beatdown, and you hope that they learn and move on from it.
Collins against Valanciunas, and the rejection by Valanciunas.
Heads-up defensive play by Jonas Valanciunas. The alert, the aware, the always ready to send it back.
Now here's Green. He's coming off a 10-point game against Minnesota. Valanciunas sets a screen for Green. 5 on the clock. That one misses. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Guys, there's so many great scorers in our league. It makes it tough to get stops, but somehow they were able to do it consistently in that one.
Well, obviously props to them for playing lockdown defense. They looked flustered throughout the game. Nothing came easy to their opponent. That was well done.
Now here's Green. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Here's Leonard. That one no good. Prince with the defensive effort.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Now here's Green. He's covered closely. Outside Leonard to the left wing. Lowry passes to Valanciunas. Baseline Jay on the way. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Collins somehow misses the two-handed jam. The Raptors have got a paltry 0 of 6 from the field here in what's been a very difficult start for them. And here's Leonard from 3. And it's Leonard again missing. Hawks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Collins kicks to Dedmon. Passes it to Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Feeds it to Bazemore. The Hawks again can't hit.
Boy, they wanted to hit the ground running today, but it hasn't happened. Just 1 for 5 from the field.
And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. To the right side. Shot to end this cold run, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And this is what we're starting to see, right? A growing number of players league-wide who can combine both shot blocking and three-point shooting. That used to be a rare combination. And if you think about it, Serge Ibaka was a forerunner. He was one of the first in the league to do it.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first one falls. And Doris Ibaka, drafted with the 24th pick by Oklahoma City back in 2008, seen as a raw project player. His development as a shooter, really impressive.
Right. Kev, this guy came into the league strictly as an energy player. But through work and dedication, he develops a big-time mid-range jump shot. And by year 6, he stretched that out to the three-point line.
That one drops. He ties it up. And early on, Serge Ibaka known for his shot blocking, Doris, and rebounding.
And you have to admire, Kev, that the guy put in work to become a better offensive player. First, he mastered the mid-range. Then he stretched his range out to the three-point line. He's become a player you have got to guard as a perimeter scorer.
Outside, Green. The pass to Lowry. The 3. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Now running, there comes Lowry, pushing the ball up. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Boy, Kyle Lowry can be so creative sometimes. You think the window's too tight, but he finds a way.
Lynn kicks to Prince. It's stolen by Ibaka. Leonard against Prince. A floater, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
I think you'd have to say this about Coach Dwayne Casey. He is very consistent with his approach. The players know what he expects, and hard work is always at the top of that list.
And Doris, as consistent as Casey is, flexibility is also an asset for a head coach, isn't it?
Well, I think it certainly can be, Kev. And you see Dwayne Casey starting to experiment a bit more, trusting the younger players, in-game adjustments. Obviously, trying different combinations is important, especially in the playoffs.
And he makes the first.
And how about the evolution of Leonard's game over time? From role player to full-fledged star, a dynamite also defensively.
Atlanta making a switch here. Carter's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And the Raptors, unique in the NBA, they have a whole nation behind them.
And basketball continues to gain in popularity, especially with the younger generation in Canada. The Raptors are coming to relevance at the perfect time, and the rabid fan base energized by how competitive this group's been the last couple seasons.
Here's Lowry after Jeremy Lin's bucket. Lowry setting the pick for Ibaka. Bazemore with it. Last game he had 10 points. Out to Carter. Here's Collins. Back to Carter. It's stolen by Green. One-on-one fast break. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Now here's Lin. What a tremendous game he played against Utah. And the shot goes down.
That's not a bad plan of action right there, guys. Attack the defense in the low post.
Screened by Valanciunas. Left side, Ibaka. Pass to Leonard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Poked away. It's stolen by Green. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Raptors.
And you can see how big a role the 3-point shot played in their offense. They were determined to spread the floor and just kind of open things up through their long-range game.
Ibaka against Collins. A beautiful reverse layup.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here is Lowry after the basket by Atlanta. Screen by Ibaka. The dish now to Lowry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Green inside the 3-point line. Rebound by the Hawks. Dedmon's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Carter has it in the corner. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Collins grabs the miss.
Boy, the defense gets into his head and alters his release when he really doesn't have to.
Pass to Lin. Here's Dedmon. Kicks to Collins. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Green. Got a piece of it. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. Once in a while we talk about the makeup of a good teammate. But Doris, what are some ominous signs that a player might be in it for more himself as opposed to team?
Well, I think anytime you see someone who's not committed to practicing at the important times, somebody whose availability might be in question, who might let a slight, I don't want to say injury, but a nick or a bump or a bruise, limit their availability, that's obviously a difficult thing.
Sure.
And, the other part is, Kevin, the players that I think have the most success are those that can be as joyous about their teammates' success as they are about their own. That's something that strikes me about the Golden State Warriors. It's a group invested in the group's success, and you see that both monetarily in terms of what some players are willing to give up, and you also see that basketball, someone like a Klay Thompson who has to be effective in fewer shots with the addition of Kevin Durant.
Good breakdown.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
You know, and I'm not seeing any urgency out of this defense, especially considering the deficit in the score.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Now the feed to Powell. Here's Siakam. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Powell with it, now guarded by Len. And there are the Raptors with another bucket. The Hawks trail by 6. Anderson the screen. Delaney the pass to Carter. He dishes it to Plumlee. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
What a memorable way to cap off that move. Finishes with a flourish.
The Hawks shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And the Hawks in the last couple seasons with some roster turnover, established veterans departing, and now with Millsap leaving, they have embraced a complete rebuild.
Now here's Wright. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Siakam kicks to Monroe. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. And the Hawks with possession here. 4-point game. Here's Delaney, guarded by Wright. Dishes to Carter. Monroe against Len. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Carter. Shoots over Miles, and it's Carter again missing.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
Wright, the pass to Siakam. He feeds it to Miles. Now here's Powell. He's covered by Anderson. Shoots the 3. The shot by Powell, no good. The Hawks trail by 4. Here's Delaney. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Delaney's got his first basket.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Screen by Monroe. Here's Wright inside. Rejected by Len.
And Kev, you see the agility of Alex Len in good position for the spot.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Of course, you've talked a bit about leadership, both on and off the floor. What are some of the traits, in your opinion, that make someone a person who would want to follow and the characteristics of a leader?
You know, I'd say someone who prioritizes winning, even at the expense of their own success. That would be the first thing. And then someone who's ultra competitive. Somebody who's available on a night-by-night basis. Somebody who doesn't let a little nick or a bruise impact their availability on a particular night. So unselfishness, competitiveness, and availability are 3 attributes that I love.
And leaders can be followers from time to time too, don't you think?
Oh, there's no question about it. You have to be willing to be a part of a group, and sometimes that means ceding your leadership position.
And it's tied up with that one.
Carter just a freak of nature, one of the best dunkers the game has ever seen, a top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
Monroe, a second chance effort. He kicks it to Powell. The Raptors rebound. That one drops for him. And the Raptors lead by 2.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Boy, you better be more physical on the glass because they wanted that rebound more than them, plain and simple.
.121 left to play in the first quarter. Screen by Monroe. Monroe with a screen on Carter. From deep, Miles. Atlanta with the rebound. From the arc. And that's good. Vince Carter for 3. Carter's got 8 points.
Yeah, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking a three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Now here's Wright. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Boy, that's high-impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
Anderson with the ball, guarded by Powell, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
That's a nice little outside-in play right there. Good feed into the post and a solid finish.
Powell kicks to Siakam. Miles against Carter. Passes it to Monroe. Shot on the wing. Yep, that one goes. Monroe's got his second basket of the night. Here's Delaney. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Plumlee with the screen. A 3 from Anderson. Here's Len. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And Jeremy Lin, a player who's come a long way in his time in this league, from going undrafted out of Harvard to where he is now. He says he remains very grateful.
I wasn't sure, if my career would ever pan out the way I was hoping for, or if I would be able to stay in the NBA. And so for me to be here playing, to be able to know I'm going to play in the game, in an NBA game, it's just, it's pretty cool.
Well, in a game filled with some pretty big egos, there are also guys like that who are living the dream in their own very grateful way. Lin has certainly seen the highs and the lows.
And Kevin, not everyone's a superstar and certain of their future. Sometimes you get to be a superstar for a brief moment in time, but this game has a way of humbling people, even those who started out humble, like Lin.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Tough defense throughout that first period, and it's really paying dividends.
Well, I think there's a level of physicality with them right now and not allowing the opponent to feel comfortable getting into their heads just a bit.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Hawks. Plumlee out there with Prince. Then it's Alex Len. Then there's Anderson. And it's Delaney in at the point. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Raptors coach Dwayne Casey talked about the chemistry on his team. He said, we couldn't be better. There's no ego, no hidden agendas. Guys understand their roles. Kyle Lowry told me, we're a complete team, 15 deep, and we really mean that. You never know whose time it's going to be. Kevin?
And DA depth is a crucial part of any team's success. Knowing you can rely on your teammates to step up is huge. That free throw good from Len. Doris, you ended a very successful college career a few years before professional women's basketball was fully established. How much Do you wish you could have had a chance to go pro and play in what is now the WNBA?
How about this, Kev? The last 10 minutes of my senior season, the last 10 minutes of my final game, I blow out my knee. Otherwise, I would have gone to either Sweden or Ireland to play professionally. But sure, of course I wish the WNBA was formed. It came 10 years after my graduation in 1987. Oh, what could have been.
Yeah. And Doris is thriving, right? I mean, there is such a following for the WNBA.
Last year's finals may be the most competitive in history. It's really grown leaps and bounds.
So fun to watch. Rejected by Len. That one good for 2. The Hawks leading to the inside. And then Len slams it in.
We've always talked about Alex Len's natural tools, Kevin, and he can assault the rim on a consistent basis.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Excellent work by the talented people in our production truck as well. Powell with the screen. Now, Wright. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Boy, I'll tell you, he has plenty of space, but it looked like a little bit of a hitch in that release.
Yep, it counts. And it's a 5-point Hawks lead.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Monroe outside. Wright sets a screen. Monroe dishes to Powell. Feeds it to Wright. Here's Monroe. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Monroe's got 4 points in the quarter. The Hawks leading by 3. Out to the wing. Here's Delaney. Back to Len. 6 on the shot clock. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Raptors trail by 5. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Yeah, just ice cold right now from the floor. Time to regroup.
And I think, Greg, they look lost and they look frustrated. Not sure how they're missing so many shots right now. Well, the Raptors have been a top-tier team in the East. There's no question about it. You think back to 2014, maybe a rebuild. They trade away Rudy Gay. Kyle Lowry, there was some talk of him going to the Knicks. That falls through. All of a sudden, the team starts winning, and they haven't looked back.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Alex Len. Collins comes in for Miles Plumlee. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Justin Anderson. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Malcolm Delaney. And you talk about the Raptors front office, very progressive and very aggressive. Doris, they're willing to take a risk in pursuit of a title.
Well, they have excellent leadership at the top, and it's a group that prioritizes winning. They are willing to be aggressive in the acquisition of talent, and they are always in search of pieces that will improve their roster.
And that one falls for Collins. And so he makes both from the line.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Outside, Green. They set the screen. Now the pass to Leonard. Over Prince. Here's Valanciunas. He can't hit that time. And Atlanta will go the other way with it.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now here is Lowry. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Green kicks to Valanciunas. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Well, Kevin, it takes great confidence in catch-and-shoot situations, and you can see how comfortable Valanciunas is in that opportunity.
Here's Collins, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
The Raptors have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
Two shots.
Free throw drops for Green. Good on both. And the Hawks with possession here. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
A huge margin of victory for them when these two teams squared off last, and they got scoring from up and down their lineup.
Yeah, I think when your bench puts up that kind of productivity, it makes your offense so much more difficult to defend. It's a key element in their last win.
Left side, Ibaka. But he gets it back. Outside, Green. Valanciunas sets a screen for Green. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Ibaka, kept alive.
I'll tell you, his inconsistency not helping their cause at all.
Here's Dedmon. Great D that time from Leonard.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
And going into last season, Kent Bazemore commanding a salary in excess of $17 million. Greg, how did an undrafted player coming off his first starting season in the league get that kind of salary?
Timing is everything. Reflection of the market. When you remember, he had that huge spike in the cap. It's also a bet on his upside and work ethic. And with Bazemore, you see that the dedication to improve is there, and that's what made the Hawks comfortable with the contract.
The free throw dropped for Bazemore. Here's Lowry. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Outside, Green. They set the screen. Here's Leonard. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Now here's Len. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Raptors trail by 11. Toronto calls timeout. Doris, I've heard you talk often about instituting a play clock from the very beginnings of someone learning the game of basketball.
Kevin, I think this is absolutely critical to the future of the game of basketball here in the United States, because the Europeans right now, from the formative stages, from the youngest someone picks up the game of basketball, play under duress of the shot clock. And the reason that's important is you must be a three-tool player to play under duress of the shot clock, meaning you've got to be a triple threat. You've got to be able to pass it, dribble it, and shoot it. And to do that with the pressure of a shot clock leaning in on you from those earliest moments is significant. And I know I have the backing of guys like R.C. Buford and Rick Carlisle. They believe, more important than me, intelligent basketball people believe that in the United States, we must institute a shot clock from the time guys and young women pick up the game.
Here's Collins. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Bazemore misses. Right side, Green. Pass to Lowry. Green, the screen. Outside, Leonard. The three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. And that's 13 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Shakes his man by using exceptional use of the screen. I mean, from there, it's smooth sailing.
Lynn kicks it to Bazemore. The dish to Dedmon. Back to Bazemore. To the inside, and he dunks it down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Raptors trail by 8. Lowry kicks to Green. Pass to Ibaka. Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. Outside, Green. Here's Valanciunas. The stupendous finish in traffic. Valanciunas has got his third basket of the night.
Well, I think, Kevin, this is something Jonas Valanciunas has hung his hat on. His ability to consistently get to the offensive window. Nicely done.
Now here's Prince. He had 13 points in the win against Utah.
Jump on. Cool. You two players.
So it's Toronto now. Raptors trail by 6. Now here's Lowry. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Dedmon with the block. Kicks to Collins. It's in the bucket for his 4th field goal. Shooting at a 4 of 9 clip.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Green, the screen. Lynn against Lowry. Here's Valanciunas. It's Dedmon with the rebound. The Hawks leading by 8. Tries from 10. No good on that one. Great D that time from Green.
Well, the struggles from the field continue for this guy. The way it's going, he shouldn't be more than a secondary option for them at this point.
Ibaka with a screen on Lynn. Outside Leonard. Clock at 6. Rebound by the Hawks. Dedmon's got 11 rebounds in the game. Prince. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. For the Hawks, Carter, he's checked in for Collins. And it's Malcolm Delaney in for Jeremy Lin. Monroe's checked in for Toronto. Norman Powell comes in for Green. Toronto calls timeout.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Well, I think they've got to ramp up the pressure. There's no excuse for letting them score at will in the paint. Make them feel you.
Alex Len's checked in for the Hawks.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Leonard? First in 3-point field goal percentage, 4th in scoring, and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And not only is he hitting from deep, he's doing it with great consistency. One of our league's most efficient 3-point shooters. Now here's Leonard. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And don't forget about the 2 blocks. He really changed the game for his team on the defensive side.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
CJ Miles, he's checked in for Toronto.
1 shot.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Delaney, the pass to Baseman. To the middle, and stolen by Kyle Lowry. Here's Powell. Here's Leonard. Number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Well, so rewarding for a player to beat everybody to the basketball and convert that second chance bucket.
Delaney kicks it to Baseman. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. We almost never get that wide open a look.
And Vince Carter picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. .133 left in the first half. Toronto with the ball. Nobody near Leonard. No good on the three.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And it's Carter penetrating. Here's Dedmon. That one falls coming off Carter's feet. Dedmon's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Outside Leonard. The three. And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. That's his first foul.
He's starting to heat up now. He's been much more efficient with the shot in this quarter than in the first.
Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. The Hawks leading by 5. Glenn, a screen. Carter outside. Intercepted. Raptors have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
And he knocks down the first one. Good on both. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Delaney, the pass to Dedmon. Stolen by Monroe. Fast break Toronto. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. There's a screen. Delaney kicks to left. And there's the feed to Carter. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
The free throw off from Vince Carter.
And this could be the final possession of the period.
Right, they have to play their cards right. No rush, work the clock, and get a quality look.
Here's Monroe, and that's going to be a travel. Bazemore for 3. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Hawks lead by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus at that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, and making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. They really hung tough as we got close to halftime. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, there was a big spark from the bench in the first half. Sometimes you're hoping for your reserves to come in and just hold court, but they didn't do that. They actually got better.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Well, those second chance points are huge, and they only came because of their effort. Their work on the offensive glass is what's keeping them in the game. They definitely should try to continue to stay tough on the glass. It's been key so far.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway.
Welcome back, folks. Always so much activity going on here in the bustling metropolis of Atlanta, Georgia. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
You know, I think, Greg, they never settled for the first look. It was always about, let's get the best shot possible. Really good judgment on the offensive end.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. So for Toronto right now, Ibaka is the 4 and Valanciunas in the middle. Green out there with Lowry, and it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Now here's Bazemore. Dedmon kicks to Lynn, and here's Prince outside. Toronto grabs the miss. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Dishes it to Lowry. Back to Green. He feeds it to Lowry. Shot clock at 6. Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. The Raptors rebound.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession. Just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock.
Now here's Lynn. Dedmon. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Dedmon's got 6.
Well, we know this. Jeremy Lin knows how to run an offense. His ability to find the open man uncanny. Well, the Lithuanian 7-footer, Jonas Valanciunas, very effective scoring at the rim. He can get you buckets on the low block. He's an excellent finisher in the pick and rolls. A lot to like about this guy. I'll tell you, you're not going to find a much more confident basketball player. He always believes the points are going to come.
It's stolen by Ibaka. For the lead. Tries again. Dedmon with the block. Lynn against Lowry. Shot by Collins, no good. And Valanciunas, a tremendous offensive rebound.
And that's important, Kevin, because so much of their offense flows through that tremendously talented backcourt. If Valanciunas wants more touches, he's got to go and create them.
Valanciunas with a screen on Lynn. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. He dishes it to Leonard. Over Prince. Off the left rim and out. For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, Kawhi Leonard has become a go-to scorer, but his focus still starts at the defensive end. He said, my mindset is the same every game. Whoever I'm playing against, I go in and try to stop their best scorer and then try to get myself going on the offensive end. Kevin?
And David, that's what you get with Kawhi. Mr. Consistency, one of the best two-way players in the game.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Leonard, that's for 2. But they get it back.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard. Gets them another possession and allows them to run even more clock.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul goes against Toronto. For Atlanta, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Two shots.
That free throw missing for the Hawks. Plumlee comes in for Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Anderson in for Kent Bazemore. And he's good on the second. Raptors with the lead. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Lowry kicks to Leonard. Ibaka with the screen on Prince. 6 to shoot. Lowry against Land. And it's Lowry again missing.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Lynn against Lowry. Collins dishes to Plumlee. The tray. Atlanta again missing.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now here is Ibaka. Chalk up 2 there. Lowry's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, my goodness. Almost no space to get that jumper off. But Lowry, he doesn't need a ton of space.
Here's Collins. Lays it up off the glass.
And, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Anderson against Green. Outside Lowry. Floats one. He takes it up and lays it in. Lowry's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He's been heating it up since the break, getting some excellent looks right now.
To the wing right side. Here's Anderson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Listen, Kevin, this guy is a natural-born slasher, and Anderson fouled on the dribble drive. He's going to go to the free throw line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
Free throw, good, Anderson.
Really smart player with a high basketball IQ. Justin Anderson is just scratching the surface for his immense potential.
Both free throws good from Anderson. And the Raptors with the ball. They lead by 1. Outside, Green. Back to Lowry. Outside, Green. He kicks to Valanciunas. Oh, trying for it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. The Hawks have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Lynn with it. Now Green defending. Collins kicks to Anderson. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Here's Lowry. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Ibaka. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 6 assists here tonight.
You simply cannot let Serge Ibaka get into a rhythm from that range. His mid-range is as good as it gets.
Now here's Lynn. Passes to Collins. Prince in the corner. The Hawks again can't hit. Toronto leading by 3. Outside Lowry. Feeds it to Leonard. That's tipped.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
Count it. Good. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Screen by Valanciunas. Leonard against Prince. Offensive rebound. No good from Valanciunas.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Now here's Lynn. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Well, don't you just love watching Jeremy Lin work the pick and roll? This guy is exceptional at passing the ball off that screen.
And the Raptors call time here.
And his guys are getting frustrated. Coach just really kind of needs to calm them down.
I think, Greg, they've got to continue to believe that the next shot is going to go in. He can hopefully communicate that effectively to them.
For the Hawks, Len's checked in for Collins. Carter comes in for Taurean Prince. And it's Malcolm Delaney in for Jeremy Lin. Now here's Wright. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Siakam misses. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Delaney, the pass to Plumlee. Carter for 3. Second chance shot. Plumlee dishes to Anderson. Shoots over Powell. And the shot falls short this time. Toronto trailer. And Wright kicks to Powell. Here's Monroe. Yes! And the foul. Alex Len picks one up.
Well, everything starts with a great pass, right? That's really pretty.
The Raptors have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. Here's Delaney. To the wing on the left. It's Anderson with the drive. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Anderson's got the game tied up here for the Hawks. So it's Toronto now. Right outside. And the pass to Powell. Monroe with a screen on Anderson. Siakam kicks to Miles. Right block shot. Plumlee with some nice D. Atlanta's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And you might remember, Doris, back when C.J. Miles was playing for the Pacers, they had him lining up at power forward. A tall task for him at 6'6".
Well, no doubt, Kev, but credit him for accepting the challenge. You pay a physical price for that. He's much more effective guarding wings. And unfortunately for him, that experiment was pretty short-lived.
Carter inside the three-point line. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And it's Miles missing. Hawks have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Shoots from 12. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And that's a foul. Called on Miles Plumlee. That is his first foul of the game. A tight game here in Atlanta. And here is Wright. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Monroe, the pass to Powell. Monroe down low. And on him. Monroe's shot is good. The The Hawks shooting down near the 40% mark since halftime. They've been slow getting going. Delaney kicks to Anderson, and he knocks down the jumper. Anderson's got 8 points.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Monroe up top. Back to Powell. Over Anderson. Len with the block. And stolen by Wright. And the call will be against Justin Anderson. That is his first foul of the game. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Atlanta. Ken Bazemore comes in for Anderson. Wright with it. Here's Miles. A rebound by Carter.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, classic example of crowding the shooter, not letting him get comfortable in the mid-range.
Here's Dedmon. Delaney, the pass to Len. Shot clock at 6. The shot will not fall.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And Miles kicks to right. There's a good screen. Back to Miles for the lead. They get it back. Siakam. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
I'll tell you, somebody on the defensive end has got to step in and try to get a body on him there.
And that one's good. Delaney. 8 points for him. .125 left in the third. Now here's Powell. He's guarded closely. Lets a floater go. Second shot opportunity. Rejected by Len. Delaney, the pass to Len. Out to Carter. Knocks down the 3 ball. And now a 5-point Hawks lead.
He hits one in the first half, another here. Not prolific, but the defense has to keep an eye on him.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Rejected by Len. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. In the corner, Miles with it. 6 on the shot clock. Wright with it. Now guarded by Len. Raptors get it back at a new 24. Wright against Len. Wright dishes to Monroe. Back to Wright. Pass to Monroe. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight. That one is off. And the second free throw, good. 16 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Delaney, guarded by Wright. Len a screen. Delaney kicks it to Bazemore. 1 second left, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Monroe.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The first free throw is good. And so Bazemore nails both of them. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We've got more in store for you right after this. Let's listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team in the huddle.
We don't need to be in a hurry to beat them. Let's just go with our defense, keep moving it, keep playing.
Poised aggressiveness, guys. I think the message there from Mike Budenholzer, asking for energy, asking his guys to mount an attack.
Well, and all 5 guys need to be on the same page. You need to be active, yes, but you also really need to communicate with one another.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. We've got Dwayne Dedman. He's out there with Alex Len. Kent Bazemore is out there with Carter. And it's Delaney in at the point guard. So that's the Hawks 5. And the Hawks with possession here. Raptors knocking down the tray. Carter outside. There's the dish to Len. Pass to Delaney. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Well, he's obviously anticipating different movement there, and instead of an easy connection, the pass sails straight into the front row.
Collins checked in for Len, and the Raptors also making a change. Lowry's checked in. Raptors trail by 3. Passes it to Siakam. It's Miles on the wing. Defended by Carter. Off the screen. Rebound Atlanta. They've led by as many as 11 points. It's off to Charlotte for them after this game as they take on the Hornets. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Now here's Powell. The pass to Siakam. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Atlanta making some changes. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Carter. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Malcolm Delaney. And then for Toronto, Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Monroe. Kawhi Leonard comes in for C.J. Miles. And it's Green in for Powell. Here's Lynn. Bazemore passes to Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. There's the pick. Here's Bazemore. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And the Hawks lead by 4.
No, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Outside, Green. Lynn against Lowry. Lock at 6. Ibaka sets the pick for Lowry. Dedman with the block. And a wide open look for Lynn. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
Wow, how about the gorgeous shooting form from Jeremy Lin? You feel like it's going to go in every time he touches it.
Green, the screen. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. There's the feed to Leonard. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
I'll tell you, that's the killer instinct you need to have. You love the attacking mentality near the cup.
And the Raptors making a change here. Valanciunas is checked in. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Lynn kicks to Collins. Dishes to Lynn. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And Jeremy Lin at 6'3" with good size for the point guard position.
Well, because of that size, I think it helps him finish in the lane, certainly, even if he's got to go over bigger guys. He's also on the defensive end, got the length necessary to guard the 1 and the 2, and that's a real advantage, Kev.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, it seems like it's been a while since the breakthrough of Lin's sanity, but Jeremy Lin is still breaking down walls for Asian and Asian American athletes. This guy has shattered stereotypes and inspired many to follow in his path.
Both free throws good from Lin. And Doris, Jeremy Lin has been honest. In the past, he says that some have doubted him.
And I think that's always been the case for Jeremy Lin. Go back to his high school days. For Palo Alto High School, he wins a California State title. He's first-team All-State, and yet he did not have a ton of Division I scholarship offers. It's surprising when you think about the level of competition he faced as a young basketball player.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Leonard kicks to Ibaka. Green left side. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
That's what this team needs right now. Solid scoring chances.
Exactly. This isn't the time to settle for jumpers. If they have a chance to attack the rim, they've got to do it.
The Hawks leading by 3. To the wing right side. Here's Collins, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. Leonard against Prince. Kicks to Valanciunas. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds. Now Lin. Here's the screen. He feeds it to Dedmon. And the rejection by Lowry. He dishes it to Green. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Boy, despite the miss, he did a really good job shaking himself completely free from the defense.
Prince's shot is good. Raptors trail by 5. Green, the screen. The 3 from Leonard. Here's Valanciunas. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, the big man has quite the presence inside. Jonas Valanciunas gets physical and draws the contact. He's got to stay aggressive.
And Valanciunas out of Lithuania, the 5th overall pick back in 2011.
Yeah, he's still quite young. You know, a lot of talent offensively. Defensively, he's probably had less of an impact, but that's where he has to take the next step.
And the first one at the line is good.
Look, Kevin, you know this. There's a long history of great players coming out of Lithuania, and Valanciunas right there with the best of them. Remember, back in 2012, this guy was the MVP of the Lithuanian Basketball League.
Valanciunas hits them both.
Boy, how outstanding at the line has this guy been. One of the best free throw shooting big men you will ever find.
Bazemore passes to Collins. And Bazemore kicks to Collins. It's stolen by Ibaka. Lynn against Lowry. To the middle. Here's Valanciunas. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. 14 points for Valanciunas.
Well, efficient scoring in the post. Just one of the reasons Valanciunas is out there.
Lynn kicks to Prince. Here's Collins. That shot missing. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Lowry against Lynn. Leonard dishes to Valanciunas. Screen by Ibaka. Just 5 to shoot. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Raptors lead by 1.
Well, we've gotten used to seeing this from Jonas Valanciunas. The slam on the putback. Nicely done, sir.
Bazemore passes to Dedmon. Lowry against Lynn. Here's Collins. Second chance shot, and it's good on the layup. Collins has got 11 in the second half. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Teardrop shot. Outside Leonard. Screen by Valanciunas. Leans from outside. A second chance effort. They kick it out to Green. Screen by Valanciunas. Leonard dishes to Valanciunas. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Collins against Ibaka. Here's Lynn. Here's Prince. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Prince. Toronto trailing. Valanciunas with a screen on Prince. And it's Valanciunas that time on the assist from Leonard. Leonard's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Lynn against Lowry. Feeds to Bazemore. Here's Collins. It's rebounded by Leonard. The first one falls. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
Boy, just never a good idea to give this guy too many chances at the line. He's going to cash in.
And Lowry has it in the corner. And the Raptors miss again. The Hawks trail by 3. Here's Lynn. It's stolen by Lowry. And the wide open shot from Green. Ball's knocked loose, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. The Hawks have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Lynn kicks to Prince. Hawks passing it around. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession.
Yeah, you go for the steal, but at least you do get the deflection.
Well, Greg, you make them reset their offense, right? It's disrupting their rhythm.
Here's Leonard.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy.
That's a beautiful jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Lynn kicks it to Bazemore. Here's Collins. He doesn't hit that one. Good work defensively by Ibaka. Toronto leading by 5. Outside Leonard. Fires from deep. And it's Kyle Lowry with the 3. Lowry's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, Lowry had his mind made up. It's the rise and fire as soon as he gets the touch.
Here's Lynn. He kicks to Dedmon. Bazemore on the wing to end the run, and the rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
And Lowry gets it to go.
After being held scoreless in the first, he's turning it on here in the second.
Atlanta calls timeout.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. The Raptors making a switch here. Monroe's checked in, and let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got them going, guys.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Lowry. Rebound, Atlanta. Dedmon's got his 16th rebound on the night. Prince, the pass to Collins. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Collins has got 23 points.
I'll tell you, that's an assist that shows great sense for where his teammates want to move.
Here's the screen. Lowry kicks to Leonard. And Green now, top of the key. Clock at 4. Off the pick. Raptors get it back.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game.
Had the space there, but it's offline.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Well, you can see he's sputtering a bit, but he's trying to get going. I do like that he's continuing to be aggressive.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Lynn. A minute 20 left to play here in the fourth. Lowry's shot is good.
Well, if you give him a window of opportunity, Kyle Lowry will attack the basket. He's not going to pass up that chance, Kevin.
Lowry against Lynn. Over Lowry. Lynn's shot is off.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Raptors.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And they've put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only one left to play.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Leonard.
Well, guys, this guy has been a handful all night long. His scoring really propelled them. And no matter what the matchup was or what the scheme they tried to use, they could not keep this guy in check.
Carter for 3. That doesn't go either for Carter. Now here is Lowry. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now, knowing that you can make things tough on the opposition?
Well, we want to make them take tough shots. We're not comfortable at any point defensively, but we got to continue to be active and be aggressive and get our hands on loose balls.
It's been the mark of the Spurs for a long time, Danny. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.